Hey guys, there's a line from the movie Network that tells us why we're here. We're mad as hell and we're not going to take it anymore. Oh, and let's step back in history a little bit. Let's go to the Constitutional Convention of 1787, held in strict secrecy. Consequently, a group of anxious citizens gathered outside Independence Hall when the proceeding had ended in order to learn what had happened behind closed doors. A woman, a Mrs. Powell from Philadelphia, approached Benjamin Franklin and said, "Well, doctor, what have we got here? A republic or a monarchy?" Immediately, Franklin answered, "A republic if you can keep it." Okay, I was approaching my 80th birthday, and on the racetrack of life, I could see the finish line. And I thought to myself, I'm healthy, I don't take it for granted, I've got a lot of time. What can I do to make the world a better place before I cross that finish line? And immediately I thought of Doris Haddock, also known as Granny D. Oh, God, she was my hero. And 16 years ago, in 1999, she walked across the whole United States for campaign finance reform. She was instrumental in getting the McCain-Feingold bill passed. She lived to be 100, and she saw, just before she died, the Supreme Court's Citizens United decision. Her words were, "Everything I walked for, everything I went to jail for has been dismantled." But the activist that she was, she said, "But democracy is a running game. You huddle and you go back in." And I thought of Franklin's statement, "It's a republic if you can keep it." I heard the clarion call, but how do I answer it? Again, I go back to Doris Haddock. Initially, I thought of duplicating her walk. That lasted about 10 seconds. Doris was an oak tree. I am just an acorn. So I just focused on Florida. And it wasn't, you exaggerated a little bit, I thank you. It was only 430 miles. And it took me 52 days. And as I walked along, I talked to a multitude of people, from biker bars, which I really loved, and they've got some pictures of me there that if I ever run for office, they'll blackmail me with them so I can forget about that, and to legislative offices. And a lot of stereotypes were banished there. The biker bar guys knew a lot more than the office people did about Citizens United. Yeah, that was interesting, yep. So anyway, I met people, and I get furious when people say everybody's apathetic. I'm sorry. People are not apathetic. They're frustrated. They live stressful lives. They don't have time to be paying attention to what's going on. So my mission was to get the word out that groups like you guys and Common Cause, Move to Amend, a whole bunch of them, that are working, and we are making progress, but people don't know that. So I said, look, if you can't do anything else, spread the word that there are people working on this and we are making progress. And if you maybe write to a congressman, whatever, but not everybody can be like us that are activists. And people listened. And one thing I did think of, because a lot of people said, my vote doesn't count, I'm not going to bother, it doesn't mean anything. And I said, well, if that's true, why are there people trying to take the vote away from you? Okay, so, all right, I won't go on anymore. I will just say, bear in mind, again, part of this was from Granny D, democracy is not a spectator sport. It's a verb, not a noun. It is something you do, not something that you have. And remember, as Franklin said, it's a republic if you can keep it. And that's what we're all about. Thank you.